Yo, what is happening, everybody? You know what day it is. You know what time it is. We back at it again with a moment with Jay.
I just wanted to hop on the mic and say, I know the world been a little chaotic and everything. I just wanted to check and make sure everything good in the hood like sure, you know what I mean? Say out of the fam. Okay, let's get to work. What up?
What's up, everybody? You know, I was excited. I'm always excited to do the podcast, and I've been out with some friends lately, and what's pretty cool is people are starting to talk about the podcast, and I just think this is cool. I love that I started this. It's still in my, probably until episode 100 or something, I'm still gonna feel like this is still pretty new. It's just so much. It's a new thing, but I'm really enjoying it. And thanks for tuning in. We've been working on such cool things in the background. I am getting so excited for what's to come over the next couple of months. Oh man, my sister's getting married soon, and I just ordered my fit for the wedding. And man, I can't wait. It's gonna be hype. It's gonna be a good time. But yeah, on the topic of hanging with some friends, I have an issue, and it's a reoccurring issue in my own life where when there's an overwhelming amount of conflict or just bad vibes, tense vibes, I'm so about the positive vibes to a fault, and one of the things that I do is I go silent, and I'm trying to be better at it. I'm trying to be more mindful of it. I'm still not great at it, and I understand that I hurt motherfuckers' feelings and things like that with some of my actions. But I had a situation with a homie, and I won't go too much into details, but it was a very tense matter between us that was work related. We were good homies, and this is what's interesting. Me and him, we vibe so well. I consider him such a good homie, even though we don't talk all the time. We don't see each other all the time, but we on the same vibe. You know what I'm saying? He's doing some really cool stuff in the music game, and so we had a situation that occurred, and it didn't go well. It was a business thing. It was a music business thing, and months later, he hits me up and he's like, "Yo, bro, I miss you. Let's chat about this and whatever." And so we ended up going to sit down and talking about what happened. And I won't get too much into the details, but why I bring this up is, I was going through my things, they were going through their things, and, sometimes things just, shit hits the fan. And, our friendship for a while was severed because of that. But we went, we had a grown-up discussion, we caught up, we kind of told each one of our sides of the story, and the one thing that we concluded by the end of it is, like, you really just don't know what's going on with somebody else until you ask and they're truthful, and we had this conversation, which is probably good that it came at the time that it came. Things kind of calmed down and we were able to have a level conversation, and that's what we concluded. It's just communication is so important, and it's the one thing I consider myself a pretty good communicator, except when there's conflict. And it's not just any conflict, it's high stress, because when I'm in those situations, I just try to, okay, calm down from this, take a step back, breathe through it, relax, meditate. There's more to life than this, blah, 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 all that jazz, So it's a safety mechanism to me, So people always are like, yo, Jay, how do you stay so chill? Jay, how do you stay so calm, stay so happy? And I've been getting that more and more lately. Maybe because I'm putting out more and more content. And that's why, because I really try to let things brush off. It's like I let so much go all the time, and I also let so many people go all the time too, because it's like there's that old saying, it's like if you truly love something, let it go. Like if you really love the flower, you picking it, you just let it be, I don't know, what I'm saying? So I have some, and I'll often talk about my flaws because I'm aware of them, but just because I'm aware of them doesn't mean that it's an easy fix. We're creatures of habits, and I got lots of habits that I'm still actively trying to change. I think people get confused, maybe because I eat well, and then they'll see me post a picture of a burger. Shout out Ribeye, man. I'll get into that story too. I just had a delicious meal from there the other day. And, fuck, now I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah, bad habits, man. And just because I'm aware of them, just because I'm mindful of them, doesn't mean that it's just because I have a lot of good habits, reading every day, breath work, working out, saunas, cold showers, practicing, producing. I got a lot of good habits. I'll give myself credit for that, but that doesn't mean that I don't have a shitload of bad habits and wounds and scars and just things that I've been through in my life that I haven't quite figured out. But it's all a learning experience. So anyways, long story short, me and homie made up, and it was just beautiful. It was healing. So it's like, as much as those difficult conversations are hard to have, and I started to frame it more into the perspective of, it's like training. It's like, yeah, it sucks. It's painful for the day you're training, but ultimately, every day you go in, you put in that hard, focused work, the more you get out of it in the long term. And so it's like, I'm really happy to be on good terms with this homie. It was so healing. It felt like a weight was like lifted, and I didn't even know that I was carrying it around. After we had that discussion and I left that night and I was driving home, that was the one thing I was thinking about. I was like, how many more situations in my life do I need to have these conversations? And after reflecting, it's quite a few. But that's a scary thing to do. Those conversations are real, and they don't always go so beautifully and so peacefully, But, that's what life is. We slowly out here getting better. And that's just what it is. Talking about flaws. So I was seeing this girl for a little bit. So this was a confusing day for me. I'm not going to go into the relationship and whatever, but we broke up on the same day that I had one of the best meals of my life. Now, talk about conflicted. You know what I'm saying? And me and this girl had a a nice separate, as nice as it could be, but it was all because we were having a discussion through text, and while we were talking and while we were like breaking up, me and my brother were eating these fucking delicious burgers. It was probably 10 out of 10 meal. I say one of the best meals I've ever had in my life. And I've had, well, a lot of meals. You know, I'm almost 30. I wouldn't even say that's not true. I haven't even eaten every day I've been alive because I fasted so much, but I've eaten most days, you know. And I've eaten at some bougie restaurants. Bougie. I don't mind paying a little extra for some crazy food, you know. So we go to this butcher shop in Edmonton called Ribeye. We get these double premium burgers with dirty fries. I never had a burger like that, and I love burgers. I love me a good cheeseburger. Shout out Wendy's, and we get to Wendy's in a second. I like how this is flowing. Actually, these stories are connecting well. I feel like I didn't even plan for it to be like that, and so delicious meal, man. And even these fries, they had like sour cream and cheese and bits of the burger in the fries. Oh my, and the fries were seasoned to perfection. Even the butcher, the guy who cooked the burgers and handed it to us, he handed it to us and he's like, I made this with love. And me and my brother were like, what? I am so excited. Unreal. They were like, the burgers were made out of like steak and bacon. Holy shit. Unreal. Shout out Ribeye. Unreal. I will be back. It was the word I used while I was eating it was decadent. It was great experience. Can't wait to go back. Me and BP might even buy some Wagyu beef from there. A5 Wagyu beef from Japan for our 30th birthday, but we'll see. That shit's expensive. It's like $140 a pound. Sheesh. To put that into perspective, I just got some discounted ground beef from the grocery store the other day for $3 a pound. You know, I got 4 pounds of that shit for $12, and then I got 30% off. Delicious. God, I love cold brew. I've been on the cold brew kick. I guess McDonald's just got cold brew. That's what I'm drinking up in this bitch. Pretty good. I'm not always drinking coffee. Last time I was on this, I was drinking coconut water, I believe. Which was funny because we were doing the coffee and cannabis episode. Today's coffee and it's delicious. So Wendy's. All right. So I got 2 stories here. Oh, and that's what I got to talk about too. So I was still, let me just wrap this up. Why I was so conflicted. I liked this girl. So when we broke up, you know, nobody's perfect. I made some mistakes, whatever. And I like this girl. Sorry, apologies for the technical difficulties there. But we back. So I like this girl. So I was kind of bummed that we were breaking up. Dope chick. But I was also having one of the best meals of my life at the same time. Bro. I've never been so I mean, obviously I've been conflicted. But not in this way. I was just like, you know, a little bit sad, a little bit heartbroken. But also I was satiated, impressed, and like I don't even know, like, you know, I was one side of me was falling apart a little bit, and one side of me was like being put back together. You know, I was just like, oh my God, this is so, me and BP chilling, eating these burgers on fucking real. The fries on real. So good. So unbelievably good. But then I was also a little bit sad. So that's life, you know, and it's a crazy roller coaster, man. These ups and downs, these highs and lows, these feelings and all that jazz, man. That's why I make art, man. It's the only thing that like makes all of the emotions and stuff to me make sense, you know? It's the only thing. Mm. That's just water. So, anyways, now we're getting to the Wendy's. So, I got two stories in this regard. So, I love Wendy's. I think it's my favorite fast food place to hit up on the regular. You know, they got some good. The beef is just a high quality, and the product it's just a little bit better quality for fast food as opposed to like Burger King, McDonald's, for instance. So if I'm gonna get a burger, I'm usually gonna go to Wendy's. A double JBC, sheesh, bacon data, sheesh. Let's go. And so a couple weeks ago, and then a couple days ago, I go to this Wendy's by my crib, and I pull up, pull ahead to the drive-through, to the window, you know, and homeboy, it's like whatever, two double JBCs. It's like, yeah, and he looks, and then he does a double take. He's like, "Oh my God, it's Jason Momoa." And I start laughing. And he's like, "Bro, like for real." He's like, "You're the Walmart version of Jason Momoa." And I was like, bruh. I get it all the time. I get it all the time that I look like Jason Momoa, bro. I get it all the time. So this guy, like, you know, in Canada now, you gotta freaking like, man, if that's how people are being like, "Yo, bro, you look like that," I'ma take it, bro. I'ma take it. Look at this motherfucker, bro. Look at this dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro. Get into it. Yeah, bro. Let's go. It's got one where is yeah, something like that. Nah, that's a little bit of a weird one. I don't know if I'll be rocking outfits like this though. I don't know if I'll be rocking outfits like that. Maybe. Anyways, dude's a handsome dude. So you know, I take it as such a compliment, you know. Even the Walmart version. It's like, "Yo, man, you the Walmart version of Jason Momoa." I'm like, I'll take it, bro. I'll take it, dog. And so he's like, "Yo, dog, you want a tray?" And I was like, "Yes, please." He's like, "What you need a tray for?" He's like, "You're Aquaman. You got powers." I kid you not, this is in a drive-thru. Dude making me laugh. So funny. And so every time I go to that Wendy's now, dude, it's just like, "Yo, bro, you the Walmart. It's the Walmart Jason Momoa." I'm like, hell yeah, dog. Tell him. But let me tell you this other story. I guess so. People come up to me, I would say all the time, and ask, and tell me, it's like, "Bro, you look just like Jason Momoa." I don't know if I told this story before, but it's the story of one of the nights I felt the most famous. I understand where I'm at in the game, you know. I really got one song that popped off. Shout out Warrior. Almost at the top. This is a wonderful feeling. Anyways, go stream it everywhere. I understand where I'm at. I've done some big shows. I've opened some pretty cool artists. I made some racks off the music game. But I understand, I understand where I am in the game. It's a humbling game. If you don't understand where you at in it, you might be just a little deceived. Anyways, one of the nights I felt the most famous, I was out on a date with this girl, and we met at a restaurant here, a bar, and we had a couple drinks. We had some food. Food was delicious. Drinks were unreal. Me and this chick were hitting it off, and she's like, "Yo, let's go let's go to this club. I know the owner. Blah 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 blah. Well, or I know one of the DJs or something. Let's just go. And it's freezing cold in the winter, but we go, we head out, and it's cold outside, so we walk over, and we're freezing, and there's a lineup. So we waiting in the line, and while in the line, the dude at the door is like, "Is that JusJrdn? Is that JusJrdn in the line? JusJrdn doesn't wait in line." And he takes me and my date. We go through the door. We walk into the inside, and there's another lineup for coat check and to pay to get in. And he's like, JusJrdn's here. JusJrdn's here. He's like, coming through. JusJrdn here. He's clearing out room for motherfuckers. People coming up, shaking my hand. Oh, it's nice to see you, Jay. Nice to see you, Jay. Oh, JusJrdn, nice to have you in the club. And I'm like, what the fuck? I've never been to this club before. And I'm just getting all the love from the staff here. We walk right through, don't gotta pay, don't gotta do nothing. And the place is packed. It's packed, it's bumping, and you know, I'm not a big dancer or nothing like that. There's like another dude kind of like walking around. I don't know if he's like security or something. And he's like, "Hey Jay, you looking for a place to sit down?" I was like, "Yeah," but it seems like, you know, everything's kind of you know, packed up. Everyone's sitting down in spots where you could sit down. I'm like, it's cool. He's like, no. He's like, we'll make sure you got a spot. So he takes chairs, he moves some people. He's like, yeah, this is your area now. I was like, what the fuck? So me and her sit down, we get some drinks. We're having a good time. And all night long, I'm telling you, all night long, we there probably until 1:30, 2 o'clock, I think. We're probably there for 2 or 3 hours. People coming up, and I'm dressed pretty sharp, you know. I'm dressed pretty, nothing too crazy. I got this long black trench coat, very fashionable, you know. My beard's looking nice, my hair's looking nice. Nothing too crazy, but people coming up to me all night, being like, who is this gorgeous man? Like, coming up to me and this chick, and I gotta say that the girl I was with was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And all these people kept coming up to me being like, it's Jason Momoa. Oh my God, do you see who you sitting beside? This guy is gorgeous. Like, I can't even make it up. It feels weird telling the story, and I've told the story to a couple of people, and I'm just like, sheesh, you know, my ego after that night, my ego was through the roof. I've never had so many strangers unexpectedly, you know, because at shows and stuff, when I'm up on stage performing in front of people typically come up and say nice things to me afterwards, unless I bombed. But, you know, that happens less and less these days, usually. But yeah, it was an unbelievable time, you know. I just people were so fucking nice to me. I just giving me the royal treatment. I was like, what is going on? You know, I've never experienced anything like that before, but it was a great night. She was fun. The people around were so positive. We ended up talking with so many groups of people, running into a lot of old friends. It was a wild night. But yeah, that's the. So it's like people been calling me Jason Momoa for a little bit, but no one been calling me the Walmart version of Jason Momoa, bro. That's the. That's what it is, though. You know. Yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool. People speak very kindly of me. Don't get me wrong. People talk a lot of shit about me too. But I tried my best not to focus on that. You know, take the constructive criticism. You know, just like at the beginning of this podcast I was talking about, I understand that I got quite a few flaws and things to work on. We all do. It's nothing is ever going to be perfect, but how close can you get, And that's always my whole thing. Stoicism, even the thing with this whole Olympus, like my project. I'm getting very excited about Olympus too, because within the next 4 to 6 months, the album should be out. We should be kind of wrapping up the tail end of Olympus kind of thing, which is like it's crazy. I've been working on this for so long, so many highs, so many lows, so many new friends, so many old friends that became strangers, so many moves in the industry, so much learning done in the industry. I feel like I've learned so much through this album, through this whole process, and my release strategy, I like it because it's unique. It's unique, and it's getting people to talk. In the digital age, to be dropping a project only on vinyl, Olympus by one, only on vinyl, only 1,000 copies. People are like, what? Why would you do that? What about the people that don't have vinyl? What about the people that can't afford the record? What about the it's like, that's not who this album's for. This album's for those people that believe in the art, we're still working on it. But for anybody who buys the vinyl, one of the 1,000 copies that there will ever be, and there'll be less than that actually, because so many will be given away for free. Like everyone who's on the project will get a vinyl. People kind of associated with the vinyl will get one. So there's going to be less. I would say probably 990. And there's already about 100 that are pre-ordered. There's only about 800 left. But there's going to be something really special included in that people are going to receive with each one of the vinyls. But I can't tell you that yet. That's still a surprise. But it's litty. It's litty. I think it's litty anyways. Very excited. Very excited to be to show what I made. This is a very unique project. I don't know if there'll ever be another JusJrdn project that sounds like this. Just like my first album, Life. There's not going to be an album. There probably will never be an album that sounds like that one again. And that's what I always hope to do. Every album, it's just like it's new. Explore, create, grow as an artist, and see, and just express myself. It's all about authenticity to me. So it's like, very exciting though. And then I got some other tracks coming out soon that I'm very excited about as well. Yeah. So I got a new obsession. I don't know if obsession is the correct term to use. I got a new training routine basically, and I started running more. And so I've been running hill sprints with my with BP every Saturday, and those have been brutal, just brutal. But I've also been trying to get my endurance up and start running more. Hit at 8K the other day, hit a 5. So I'm just trying to get my kilometers up every week. My goal is to eventually run 20K, and we'll see how that goes. Because man, it really is an interesting game running. Especially, I've only been doing it for 3 or 4 weeks now. The first couple weeks, I remember running 2K, just about 1 mile, and dying. And the endurance training is so much different than like the HIIT training that I typically do. High intensity interval training, where there's like short bursts of high intensity. Man, this whole pacing thing is a learning experience in itself. But very cool. It gives a lot of time to think. There's a lot of really gorgeous paths, and throughout the city of Edmonton, man. That's one thing that I've really loved over the last little bit is just going outside, going for walks, going for hikes, going for runs in some cool locations around the city, not just around my block. But around my block is also pretty nice. But it's cool, man. It's kind of addicting because it's like, yeah, you can compare your times to other people's times, but even just comparing your times to yourself, it just is. It's fun. It's cool. It's hard, and I've wanted to start running for such a long time now, and it's just like, oh, it's like, maybe I'm too heavy. I haven't done it in a while. My joints, blah 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 blah. So I started small. I started with like a 1 mile run, and then then I did 3K, which is a little more than 1 mile, and then 5, 7. Working my way up, and it's been good. It's been good. I think it's been good for my head, been good for my body. It's something new, something challenging. And then on top of that, doing a bunch of weight training as well. We will be starting, me and BP will be starting the Gym Bro series, recording this week. So hopefully we'll have some videos starting to pop up soon. Yeah, just a lot of cool things in the making. I'm just a motherfucker out here trying to do stuff, and it's been fun. I think circling back, I think Jason Momoa would be a cool motherfucker just because I got these pictures up still, man. I think Jason Momoa would be a cool motherfucker to meet, Look how stylish this motherfucking guy is, man. He'd be cool, I think. Look at this monster out here. Yeah, no, very cool, man. Yeah, very exciting. I got a lot of work to do. We've been grinding really hard, but very excited to get the podcast moving. I know I keep talking about guests, and I think we're almost ready to take on more people than just BP. We got a huge lineup of people that are wanting to come chat, and I hope to be able to set these things up very, very soon, because we got a lot of cool things coming through the pipeline for y'all, whether it's podcast guests, whether it's new songs, whether it's some very cool other content that we got coming through the pipeline. We in the background doing a lot of stuff, and I also want to say thank you to everyone who pre-ordered the vinyl and has been so patient with me, through the ups and the downs, and it means a lot to be supported by a community of people, and I hope to keep creating art and hopefully keep creating profitable art, so I can keep doing this and create better and better things and more impact. Yeah, I love life. I love all of the things that I get to do. I love all the people that I get to meet. And, even though, whether timing is an issue or people leave for whatever reason, I always like to see the positive in it. It's like, at least you got to have that experience or those experiences with that individual for whatever length of time it was. No matter what, everything is going to eventually come to an end. So my whole thing is like, man, to find the gratitude in everything. Find the positive in everything, because it's like the more you look for it, the more you're going to realize it's there. And the easier it is to realize that it's there. It's just like working out, man. You lift up a lot of heavy things, you're going to be like, wow, I'm getting better at lifting up heavier things. It's the same thing, but thinking positive, It's like the more you think positive, the more positive you start to think. It's a beautiful cycle, man. It's a beautiful cycle. Yeah. Anyways, thank you again for listening to my thoughts, listening to my stories, listening to my goals and aspirations. There's a lot of really cool art out in the world that I've been inspired by lately, and I just really want to continue to create and push the envelope and see what I can accomplish and see what people like, see what people hate. Yeah. Life is pretty dope. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for listening to me today. Today was a fun one. We got lots, like I've been saying, we got lots coming down the pipeline. Shout out from your boy, the Walmart Jason Momoa. It's been a moment with Jay. Thank y'all. More love, more success to y'all. Everything that you ever dream of is possible. You're amazing because I'm amazing, because we all are amazing. Yeah. I just hope you have a great day, great rest of your week. Again, this is the Walmart Jason Momoa, aka JusJrdn, aka your boy Jay. And I'm out.
I hope you know, with every darker night, there's a brighter day. Through the chaos, we'll be okay. Sending nothing but positive vibes your way. Love for always. Jay.